Morning, guys. Our activity for today is all about drawing structural components of a building. So for our example number one, so we will draw an isolated footing. So the given dimension of footing is equivalent to 3,400 mm by 3,400 mm by 500 millimeters. Then next, the footing also has a 50 millimeter lean concrete. Then the rebars of the isolated footing is 20 millimeter diameter both ways. So it means at X and Y direction. So it has a 20 millimeter diameter of reinforcing bars. Then next, depth of the bottom of footing from the national NGL is equivalent to 1.5 meters. But the 1.5 meters is the discretion of the engineer. So we can assume it as a varying. Then next, the dimension of column is equivalent to 350 millimeter by 350 millimeters. So let's start. So first, so we have the AutoCAD model. So the dimension of our isolated footing is equivalent to 34 by 34 by 500 millimeter. So type rec. So rec REC. Then at any point, so you can click at any point, then the dimension. So since we have the dimensions, so click the dimensions, then the dimension of the footing. So 3 4 by 3 4 if in millimeters. So or in meters na lang. So rect times dimension, so 3.4 by 3.4 meters. So here is our isolated footing. Then next, oh, where is it? Where is it? 3.4 by 3.4. So yan. Then next, so we have a column. So the dimension of the column. So the dimension of the column is 350 by 350. So REC, then dimension 350 by 350 or 3 point or 0.35 I mean. Dimension 0.35. Oh, 0.35 by 0.35. So, okay. So let's check DI for distance. So 0.35, then this one is 3.4 meters. So all of these values are assumed. Then next, so let's plot the center of the rectangle. So for the center of the rectangle, so we cannot locate the center. So let's check the snap settings. So object snap settings, then click all so that we can easily determine the center of the uh, shape. Then okay, then center. So move, type M for move, then N. Okay. Then next, so next, so dimension of footing, okay, 3.4 by 3.4, then rebars, and may kulang. So something is missing. So for the concrete cover, so based from the National Structural Code of the Philippines, so if the concrete or if the structural component is embedded in the soil or any type of earthworks, so our concrete cover is equivalent to 75 mm. So concrete cover offset, then 75 0.075 mm. Ayan. Okay, so that's our concrete cover. Then next, so we must draw the reinforcing bars. So based from the given, so we have reinforcing bars that is 20 millimeter diameter for both ways. So 20 millimeter diameter. Then next, so we must draw the development length of the rebars. So circle TTR. So ayan, TTR. Then radius of the circle. So we have 20 millimeter. So the radius is 10. 0.010. 0, 1, 0. And then next, let's check if the diameter is correct. So 20 mm. Then next for the development, so let's assume 0.5 meters. Ayan, or equivalent to 500 mm. Then trim, TR, then TR. Ayan. Then next, so let's trim this one, and so on and so forth. Then on the other side, so we need to determine, we need to draw also bending, uh, the bend in the rebar. So simply type MI. So MI is mirror. So MI, then next, locate the center. So center, then click OK. Okay. So uh, here is our, they call this one, bended rebar in the isolated footing. Then next, so clip move. So move, then determine the center of the circle and click OK. Then next, so next for the other side, so let's draw again the circle. So circle, then type TTR, then click on the both edges of the rectangle, then specify the radius of circle, so 0.010. Then click OK. Then next, so draw the bended length of the reinforcing bar, so 0.5 meters. Then trim, and so on and so forth. So ayan. So here is our bended rebar for the foundation. Then next, so uh, repeat this step. So MI or mirror, then determine the center of the rectangle, then click OK, then OK. Okay. Then next, so um, let's move the rebar at the top. So ayan. So, in short, you must have a heart shape, or you must have a it's like a heart shape rebar. So it means it was bended. So ayan, ginaluktot siya. Okay. Then next, so so what's next? So the dimensions, so annotate or DLI, so that we can see the dimensions. Then okay, so let's assume the value. Then next, dimension line DLI, and okay. So ayan. Then next for the column, so our column will be separated since our only focus here is the isolated footing. Okay, then next is the text. So for the text, let's finalize first the drawings. So what's next? So the next, so this one is the top view of the footing. So let's draw the front elevation of the footing. So let's trace, or let's plot. So press XL for X9, then XL again to the other side. Then let's plot the column. So here is the column, XL again. So ayan. Then next, so let's draw first the thickness of the footing. So based from the given, so the thickness of the footing is equivalent to thickness of the footing is 500 millimeters. So click offset, then 0.5 meters offset. So ayan. Okay. Then next, so for next step, so based from the given, so the depth of the bottom of footing NGL is 1.5 meters. So, ibig sabihin, from the bottom of the footing, so we have 1.5 meters. So, ayan. So, ito daw yung ating NGL. Okay? Then, trim ko lang. Then, next. So, let's draw the rebars of the footing. So, trim. Then, trim ko din to. So, trim. Then, erase. Ayan. Then, next. So, let's draw a cutting section. So, type PL or polyline. PL or PL. Polyline. So that we can draw a freehand type of line. Ayan. Then next, so let's move this polyline at the NGL. So, ayan. So it's like a free surface, or it's like a soil or any type of earthworks. Then next, so cutting section. So line, then F8, line, then TR or trim. So that's this one. Ayan. Then erase. Ayan. Then next, so we need to draw the reinforcing bars. So for the reinforcing bars, so based on the given example a while ago, so our lean concrete is equivalent to 50 millimeters. So let's offset. Let's type offset. So offset, then 0.05 at the bottom of the footing, since the lean concrete is always at the bottom of the footing. Ayan. Then let's add an allowance of 0.1. Then draw a line, then trim. Then next, so 0.1 also. Then freehand, then trim. So, ayan. So here is our lean concrete. Then next is the concrete cover. So for the concrete cover, we have 75 mm. So offset 0.075 at the bottom, at the left side, and also at the right side. So, ayan. Then don't forget to trim this one. So, ayan. Excuse me. Then next, so we need to draw the bended length or bended rebar at the left and right side. So our the diameter of our rebar is 20 mm. So it is distributed both ways at x and y axis. So type circle, then TTR. Then at one side, click the lower part, and at the left side, then the radius of the circle is 0.010. Then next, draw the development length of the bar. So let's assume 0.5 meters. Yeah. So 0.5 meters. Then next, so trim this one. Trim, then erase. Then at the other side, so type MI or mirror. So MI, then select this object, then locate the center, then press OK, then OK, and then trim, then erase, Ayan. So this one is 20 millimeter diameter, so DI. So, ayan. Then next, so next step, trim. So next step is distribute all the rebars of the foundation. So ang sabi, 20 millimeter diameter both ways. But what is the offset? Offset is given. Let's check first the actual plan. So the actual plan at 175 mm, at 175 mm offset, 175 mm offset at 175 millimeter. Ang sabi, so the offset of the rebar is equivalent to 175 mm. So ganito lang yan. So draw a line, then next press O for offset, then type 0.175 meters. Then click the line, then press M for multiple. Then after you press the multiple, so just you can just click the lines to the sheet. Ayan. So, ayan. Ayan. Then next, so locate again the center. So center, then draw a line. Then next, so mali to. Let's erase this one. Ayan. So after determining the exact location of the rebars, so type copy, so that we can copy the reinforcing bars. Then ayan, 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 ayan. So here is our rebars at the left side. Then erase this one. Ayan. Okay. Then next, so at the other side, so MI for mirror. Then select all of the objects. Then click the locate the center of the footing. Then press OK. So ayan. So ayan. Then erase. So check. So let's check if the gravel can pass through this rebar. So 80 mm. So I think it's okay, since based on the structural code of the Philippines, the smallest diameter or the smallest spacing of the rebars must be around 25 mm. So ayan. So papasok naman yung rebar dyan, or the rebar or the gravel can pass through this type of spacing. So ayan. Then next, so alis natin to. Then next, so what's next thing to do? So next step, what's the next thing to do? Next is the annotation. So TLI, so determine the length of the footing, then thickness of the footing, DLI again. So ayan, thickness of the footing. Then next, so let's draw the earthworks. So offset. So example, we have a 100 mm thick of soil that we can assume. So offset, then press the polyline, then OK. Then enclose the shape, the irregular shape. So ayan, close natin. Then press H. So hatch. So we have different types of pattern. Saan ba yun? Nasaan yan? Ayan, pattern. So since we have soil, so let's look for earth. So here is the earth. So ayan. Then ito, since column to, so erase that one. So ayan. Earth. Or we can change it to gravel. And so on and so forth. Pero let's assume this as earth fill. That's the earth fill. Then we can adjust the size of this earthwork. So, ayan. Pag gusto nyo palakihan or gusto nyo palitan. Then, let's go cutting section. Cutting section. Left side. Let's assume the value. Ayan. Then, let's draw the regular shape. Ayan. Nangyari. Then, 9. Then, trim. And erase. Ayan. Then, trim again. Ayan. Then, trim. Ayan. Excuse me. Then next step is to draw the hatch of the concrete. So press H again, then hatch, then choose the required type of pattern. So since concrete yan, so let's check for concrete, brick, concrete. So ayan. Then let's change the scale. So hatch. Um, 0.05 0.0005 0.01. Ayan. So, ayan. So, this is the link concrete. Then next, so, ito, we can change this one. So, we can convert it into 1 rebar. Siguro. Pero, depende na yan. So, that's your discretion. So, ayan. So, here is the example or here is the example activity on how to draw a isolated footing in AutoCAD. So, kulang na lang natin is, or the missing one is the text. So, text. So, for the text, so type TEXT as text, then click specify point, specify rotation or angle, and etc. So, lalagay natin dito. The number of rebars. So, 20 mm diameter. 20 mm the dash. Paano nga ba ginagawa yun? 20 mm. Ayun, 20 mm diameter, 175 diameter. Then, look for diameter symbol. Since wala tayong diameter symbol, copy ko na. So, let's copy. Copy ko yung text na to. So, copy. Or ito na lang siguro yung gamitin ko. And I'll erase this one. Then move. 20 and 75. Then, turo nyo lang. Or just point it to the reinforcing bars. So, ayan. Then next, so CP. So, dito naman sa abila. So, ayan, 25 mm. 175 din siya. O, baba ko na lang siguro. Ayan. Then, next. So, pantayin lang natin. Ayan. Then, turo. Ayan. So, point. So, ayan. And erase. Then, next. So, the footing naman. So, the footing. So, DLI again for the depth of the footing. Then, locate the 1.5 meter mark. Ito ba yun? Hindi. Sabi 1.5 din. 1.5. 1.5 na yan. 1.5. Sige. Ito. Tomorrow yan. Let's move this one. One more time. Ayan. Okay. So, next. DLI. So, to bottom of floating at D and GL. 1.5. Let's say 1.5. Hmm? 1.5. Yun. DLI. 1.5. So, ayan. Erase. So on, so and then next. So, next. Ito lang natin. Next. Ayun. Ayan. I think it's already complete. So, ayan. Then, copy this one. Copy all of the text. Dito lang siguro yun. Ito pwede. Medyo malayo na. Lipat ko na lang ito. Ito na. Then, turo. Then, locate the center. Ayan. Then, line again. Then, trim. Then, emphasize the rebar. Let's draw another circle. And, trim. Then, release. Ayan. 20 mm at 175. 175. 175 millimeter offset for both ways. So, same lang din. So, copy nyo lang yan. So, ayan. Then, line. Then, turo natin dito. So, ayan. So, that's all for on how to that's all for the activity for today on showing how to draw an isolated footing. And one last thing is the line weight. So for the line weight, so we have not set the layers since this one is only for tutorial purposes. Then for the line weight, so we have different colors. So na yun. Line weight. Sorry, medyo bago lang kasi ako dito sa ano na to eh. Sa A-Cad na to. A-Cad 2020 na kasi ito. So, siguro sa next activity ko na ipapakita. I'll show it in our next activity or tutorial since I cannot find it. So, ayan, that's all for for our activity on how to draw an isolated footing. So, thank you.